I walked into my bedroom that night expecting the usual silence. The kind that followed another pointless argument that only deepened the cracks. But what I heard instead shattered something I thought had long gone numb. "Just admit it," she was saying. Her voice shook, not with fear, but with frustration. "You don't love her. You just feel guilty." For a heartbeat, I thought she was on the phone. But when I pushed the door open, I froze. Michael was there, my best friend since college, sitting at the edge of my bed, face pale under the amber glow of the lamp. Emily stood before him, arms crossed, eyes red and raw. They both turned toward me. "Ethan," she whispered, "this isn't what it looks like." Every man who's ever heard that line knows exactly what it looks like. Michael rose, palms up. "Bro, let me explain." But I couldn't hear him. My pulse thundered, my vision tunneled. The room felt smaller, air thicker. I took a single step back, just to breathe. "Explain," I said finally. "You're in my bedroom, Michael. My wife's crying. Tell me what part of this needs explaining." He looked at Emily, and in that single glance between them, I saw it all. The guilt, the hesitation, the truth. Emily broke first. "It happened once," she said, voice cracking. "It was a mistake." I laughed, harsh, hollow, not even human. "A mistake? You accidentally slept with my best friend." She flinched, tears spilling fast. "Ethan, please, it wasn't like that. We were drinking, we'd been fighting. You were so distant." "Stop." My voice came out cold, controlled, terrifyingly steady. "Don't you dare make this my fault." Michael tried again. "I swear, man, it didn't mean anything. I'd do anything to take it back." I stared at him, this man who stood beside me at my wedding, who toasted to forever with champagne and lies. "Then take it back," I said softly. "Go ahead. Undo it." He dropped his head. Silence. I walked past them both, picked up the wedding photo from my nightstand. The one of Emily and me laughing beneath the fairy lights, her eyes glowing with a warmth that now felt like a relic from another life. I stared for a long moment, then set it face down. "I'm not angry," I said quietly. "Not yet. I'm just done." Emily sobbed. "Please, Ethan. We can fix this. I'll go to therapy. I'll do anything." I shook my head. "You had something sacred, and you gave it away. There's no therapy for that." Michael took a hesitant step closer. I turned sharply. "If you value what's left of your dignity," I said, "leave my house before I remember how to hate you." He froze, then walked out. The front door clicked shut. Emily reached for me, but I stepped back. "Don't," I said. "Just don't." I left the room and went outside. The night was cold, the kind that numbs before it hurts. I sat on the porch steps, staring at nothing, feeling everything. Minutes passed, maybe hours. Time didn't exist. She came out eventually, wrapped in a blanket. She sat a few feet away, wrapped in silence that hurt more than words ever could. "I don't expect forgiveness," she said softly. I never stopped loving you." I kept my eyes forward. "You might think that's love, Emily," I said quietly. "But love doesn't destroy what it's meant to protect." Her sobs filled the night again, sharp and hollow, but I didn't move. Somewhere between that bedroom door and this porch, something inside me had quietly died. Not rage, not heartbreak, just the belief that love could outlive betrayal. And even now, years later, what haunts me most isn't what they did. It's what he said before leaving. He looked me straight in the eye and whispered, "You should have treated her better." Those 6 words sank deep, a splinter buried too far to pull out. At first, I thought it was just anger replaying his voice in my head. But as days bled into weeks, the sentence refused to fade. It followed me everywhere, in the shower, in my dreams, in those quiet moments when I tried to convince myself that I'd done everything right. The house felt heavier without her. Her perfume lingered on the curtains, her mug still on the counter, lipstick faint on the rim. I could have boxed it all away, erased her ghost from the walls, but I didn't. Not yet. Because part of me needed to know. Was he right? I replayed our years together like a film I couldn't pause. The late nights buried in work, thinking providing was love. The time she reached for my hand, and I brushed her off because I was too tired to talk. The moments I dismissed her worries as drama, when all she wanted was to be seen. None of that excused her betrayal, but it explained the cracks I had chosen to ignore. One evening, I found myself parked outside Michael's house. His car was gone, porch light dark. I gripped the steering wheel, unsure why I'd come. Maybe I wanted to confront him. Maybe I wanted proof that I could face him without breaking. I didn't knock. I just sat there until the anger drained out of me. When I finally drove away, I felt lighter. Not healed, but empty enough to breathe. Months later, Emily reached out. A simple text. Can we talk? I stared at it for a long time before replying. About what? Her response came, about us. About what's left. We met at the little cafe we used to love. She looked smaller somehow, like life had taken pieces of her too. When she smiled, it didn't reach her eyes. I'm not asking for forgiveness, she began. I just need you to know it wasn't about him. It was about feeling invisible. I nodded slowly. And sleeping with my best friend made you feel seen? Tears welled up. No. It made me feel broken. I hate what I did. I hate that I hurt the one person who didn't deserve it. I didn't answer right away. For a moment, all I saw was the woman I married. The one who danced barefoot in our kitchen, who whispered dreams against my chest when we couldn't sleep. That version of her had existed once. Maybe still did, buried beneath guilt and regret. I loved you, I said softly. Maybe too much. Maybe the wrong way. But I did. She reached across the table. I didn't take her hand. And now, she asked. Now, I said, I'm learning to love myself. We sat there in silence. For the first time, it didn't hurt to look at her. When I walked out of that cafe, the sun was setting. And for the first time in a long while, I didn't feel haunted by that night. Michael's words still echoed in my head, but they sounded different now. Less like accusation, more like truth. Maybe I should have treated her better. Not because she deserved it, but because I deserved to become someone who could love without resentment. Months passed. I sold a house, moved to a smaller place by the water. Some nights I still thought about them. Not out of bitterness, but quiet curiosity. Where they were. Whether they ever found peace. Whether they ever thought of me. But healing isn't forgetting. It's learning to live with your ghosts without letting them speak for you. So when people ask why I never remarried, I tell them this. Once you've stood in your own bedroom and watched your world collapse, you stop chasing fireworks. You start searching for quiet. And if you're lucky, you find it. Not in someone else's arms, but in your own reflection.